Today we are here to discuss on skills required for structural engineering career. So see, if you know the structural engineering fundamentally, if you know different softwares, then you can also work in other countries. There are many engineers coming out of the college, but they don't get the jobs. And there are many companies who don't get the candidates. Now there is a gap. See, once you know the structural engineering conceptually, once you know different softwares, then the size of the structure doesn't matter. You can do any type of projects, small to large. So good evening to all and welcome to Learning Beyond. Today we are here to discuss on skills required for structural engineering career and how you can develop the experience which is required in structural engineering. Okay, today's agenda of the webinar is I will brief you about my experience in structural engineering, then what type of projects we do in structural engineering, and what skills are required to develop the career in structural engineering for civil engineers. Okay, so I'm Anil Mahadik. I'm Chartered Engineer of India. Then I'm also Director of STAAD company, which is Design and Construction company. I'm Director of Learning Beyond Training Institute, which is giving training to the civil engineers and structural engineers to develop the career in structural engineering. I'm structural consultant, structural auditor, and retrofitting consultant also. And we do different types of structural engineering and structural audit projects. Currently, I'm having more than 22 years of experience in structural engineering and civil engineering fields. Regarding my experience in structural engineering, I have done projects of design of high-rise buildings, design of industrial projects, design of cricket stadiums and sports buildings, design build projects, value engineering in design, structural audits and retrofitting of old buildings, and design of sewage and water treatment plants. Now, if you look at these structural engineering sectors, there are a lot of opportunities for structural engineers in this field, and our training course will help you to develop the knowledge which is required in these fields. Region-wise also, I have done a lot of projects all over the world in India, America, New Zealand, Australia, Dubai, Abu Dhabi, Fiji, and UK also. So you can apply your structural engineering knowledge in other countries also. Whatever softwares are there, whatever fundamental concepts are there in structural engineering, they are applicable for all other projects all over the world. Okay, so I will give you some examples of the structural engineering projects which we have done, so that you will get an idea that in your career also you can also do such kind of structural engineering projects. These are sample projects of different types. So this is Dr. D.Y. Patil Cricket Stadium in Navi Mumbai. So we were involved in the structural design of this project. You can see this project includes the seating arrangement for the spectators, which is RCC structure, RCC beam, columns, and slabs. Then there is a roofing system, roof structure, which is tension fabric roof supported on the steel trusses. As this project size is quite large size, the member sizes are also quite huge. Like this is 8-meter cantilever span beam, and there is a 30-meter span beam also behind this. So if you know the concepts, if you know the softwares in structural engineering, then you can also do such kind of large size projects, provided you understand the concepts, softwares, analysis, and design. In this project, we have also done the design of this clubhouse, which is RCC building, then media center RCC structure. Then we have done this suspended fabric roof, suspended by the tension cables from these 3 columns, you can see. And this is tension fabrics roof supported on the steel trusses, spiral shape. Then we have also done the design of badminton courts, squash courts, swimming pools, water tanks, retaining walls, compound walls, then foundations for this mast, electrical mast. And there are many other buildings like office buildings, security cabins, roads, retaining walls, and so on. So in such kind of large size project, there are different types of structures needs to be designed. So that's why in our training course, we include 3 types of structures. One is RCC buildings, second is steel structures, and third is water retaining structures. These 3 structures and materials are very much important for structural engineering career. You will get all the knowledge which is required to design such kind of structures. Then we were also involved in the Tata Marco Polo project, Dharwad, bus manufacturing company. So we were involved in the structural design of industrial shades, PV shades, trusses, then gantry girders, steel structures, trimix floors, retaining walls, office buildings, sewage treatment plants. So such kind of industrial projects, we need to design different types of structures. As a structural engineer, we have a lot of scope in this field also. We were also involved in the structural detailing part of the hydroelectric plant in America. Then we also do the structural design of high-rise buildings, residential and commercial buildings in India and in Middle East also. Then we also do the design of school buildings, college buildings, residential towers, bungalows, farmhouses. See, once you have the conceptual knowledge of the structural engineering, once you know the softwares, IS codes and so on, you can do any type of project. See, the fundamentally things are very easy. Once you know the process from start to end, then you can do any type of projects. That's why our comprehensive course will help you to develop that knowledge. We also do the design of sewage treatment plants, water treatment plants, effluent treatment plants. So here, structural engineers design different types of water tanks, whether they are circular tanks, clarifiers, or rectangular tanks, aeration tanks, different types of tanks. Apart from that, we need to design the pumping stations and office buildings surrounding the project. Once you have the knowledge of designing new structures, you can also do the structural audit of old structures, whether it is a residential building, industrial building, commercial building. So we also do this structural audit and retrofitting of old buildings. So we have done a lot of industrial projects, residential projects in structural audit sector. We also do the design of industrial foundations, machine foundations, industrial structures, PB sheds, gantry girders, warehouses. Then we also do the design of chimneys, their supports, foundations, stack supports. Then we do the design of retaining walls. We also do the design of industrial projects like trusses, N-type trusses, triangular trusses, which are used for industries. Then once you have the knowledge of structural engineering, basic concepts, then software knowledge, quantity estimation, then you can also do the value engineering of the structural engineering projects. As the cost of the structural engineering project is very high, we are having scope in value engineering. So here generally what we do, we prepare different software models in ETABS or STAAD Pro. We analyze the structure, design the structure, and calculate the quantity of the members, calculate the cost of the project, and check which option is giving you less cost. That is called as the value engineering project. So you can use that knowledge here also. Okay, so these are the different types of projects which structural engineers can do, and these are the examples which we have done. So that will help you to understand what type of projects are there in the industry for structural engineers. But definitely this requires certain skills like software skills, conceptual knowledge of the structural engineering, drawing, analysis, design knowledge. Thus, it requires overall experience from start to end. Then and then you can do such kind of practical projects. And that's why we are here. In our 6 months master's course, we will try to bridge up the gap between educational qualification and professional qualification. Because all of you know that only your educational degree like BE Civil, MTech is not sufficient. You require basic conceptual knowledge. You should know different softwares and practical project application on the softwares. And thus you will get the overall experience needed as per the industry requirements. And that you will learn in our 6 months master's course. Okay, so in our 6 months master's course, we are covering these 3 civil engineering sectors. High-rise building sectors, where you can design different types of RCC buildings and high-rise buildings. Industrial sector, you can design different types of industrial structures, industrial sheds, mezzanine floors, connections and all. In water sector, you will understand how to design the different types of water tanks, which are required in water treatment plants and sewage treatment plants. Now, our training course is based on these 3 sectors. Why these 3 sectors? Because there are many opportunities for civil engineers. So definitely, if you want to work in these sectors, it requires skills as per industry requirements. So what are those skills which we are going to cover in the course? Personal skills, structural engineering core skills, management commercial skills, other discipline knowledge, software knowledge, and practical project application. So once you develop this, then you can get overall experience required in structural engineering career. So we will see in detail. In personal skill, communication skill is very important, where you generally need to talk with the people involved in the project. Professionally, you should know how to deal with these people, and you should know how to write the letters, emails to these people like client, consultants, contractors, engineers. You should also know how to prepare the reports which are required for any project. Like for structural engineers, generally we prepare calculation reports. We also prepare structural audit reports, BOQ estimation, tender documents like that. And you should also know how to prepare the drawings in AutoCAD or REVIT software. This is also communication medium. Second part is school basics and engineering basics. So whatever we learn in school and engineering, you should know that. For example, physics, we learn the laws of motions, loads, load path, Archimedes principle, Newton's laws, and so on. And in geometry, we have learned the trigonometry, then area, volume of the shapes, different shapes, because we are dealing with the loads and geometrical shapes of the structures. So that knowledge is important. Now, second part is the structural engineering core skill. And this is the career for structural engineers. So major part of our career is here, point number 2. So whenever we get any project, let's say RCC building project or high-rise building project, first we get architectural drawings from the architect. We study the drawings. We understand the types of loads, live loads, gravity loads, earthquake loads, and wind loads. Okay. Then on the architectural drawings, we prepare the plans, structural plans, which includes columns, beams, slabs, load path, one-way, two-way slab. And we prepare our structural GA drawings. During the planning, we also take care of the structural stability, serviceability, strength, durability, aesthetic, and cost of the project. So these parameters are very much important, which will be covered in the course. To understand the conceptual knowledge, you should know strength, stiffness, and stability of the structures and IS codes used for this. These are also covered in the course. And generally, we prepare such kind of plans, conceptual GA drawings, where you can see the columns, their orientations, beams, slabs, dimensions of the, you can say, beams, spans, or we can say center to center of the columns. You can decide the load path, one-way, two-way slabs, and so on as per IS codes. And then once you prepare these plans for different levels, then you can go for the analysis of the structure. So this is the second step, where generally we analyze the structure. Means we prepare the structural model in softwares like ETABS or STAAD Pro. We apply the loads, gravity load, earthquake loads, wind loads. And we analyze the structure, get the bending moment, shear forces, axial forces. So we require some IS code knowledge for loading. And this analysis forces are required for design of the members. Okay. To understand the analysis, you should know what is meant by deflection in the structure. So for vertical loads, how the frame will deflect. For lateral loads, how the frame will deflect, and where is the tension, where is the compression, where you will provide the reinforcement, and so on. So this basic knowledge is important. Also, regarding the boundary conditions or supporting conditions, the behavior of the structure changes. If it is a pin support, the behavior is different. If it is a fixed support, it is different. That knowledge is also covered in the course. Once you know the frames, you can also apply that knowledge for the multi-story buildings. And that knowledge will help you to draw the bending moment, shear forces, which are required for designs. That basics are also covered in the course. You can also get the bending moment from the softwares or from the charts. Generally, before the softwares, people used to take the help of the charts, which are available in the books and course. Then comes the design of the structures. So design of the structures means in RCC buildings, we design beam, columns, slabs, and footings. In water tanks, we design columns, footings for water tanks, then walls, raft slab, top slab, partition walls, and so on. In steel structures, we design tension member, compression member, or trusses, columns, beams, channels, I sections, angles, then connections, welded and bolted connections. So this is called as the design. And for design, you need to understand the IS code clauses for different structures. So that are also covered in the course. And in the design, in our course, we are covering 3 methods of design. One is manual calculation method of design. Then second is design by Excel programs. Third is design by softwares like RCDC, STAAD Pro. So manual calculations are important to understand the concepts of design, steps of design, then detailing of the reinforcement for beam, columns, and other members. That is also covered in the course, manual calculations. This will also help you to understand the IS code clauses, which are used for different designs. We will also cover how to prepare the design basis reports, which are required for projects, where generally we give the information regarding the project, number of storage, then location, dimensions. Then we will also cover the earthquake engineering part, which are required for structural design. IS codes used for earthquakes, static analysis and dynamic analysis like response spectrum analysis. This is also covered in the course. Once you design the members, you can prepare the structural drawings in AutoCAD or REVIT software. So we will cover how to prepare the structural drawings in softwares. In structural drawings, we are using the softwares and also engineering detailing concepts, which we learn from the IS course. So our training course is not only software course, but it is engineering course. Softwares, basic concepts, and engineering details. So for example, if you look at this drawing, this is a foundation drawing of a building where you can see the foundation sizes, thickness, length, width, then reinforcement in the footing. You can also see some details regarding the columns. See, now software doesn't understand how to draw these drawings. Software will help you to draw the lines, dimensions, text, tables. But to draw the engineering drawing, you should know these reinforcement details as per IS codes, lap length, lap locations as per earthquake codes, hook length, and so on. There are many detailing requirements, curtailments, and so on. So that is also covered in the course. These are the examples of structural drawings, staircase drawings, then continuous beams, simply supported beams, cantilever beams, curtailment of the reinforcement, and so on. So that concepts are also covered. These are the examples of the floor drawings where you can see the layout of the beam, slabs, and columns, schedule of beams, reinforcement, stirrups, schedule of slabs. These are used for construction. Now, our major career part is till this point as a structural engineer. Once you prepare the drawings, foundation drawing, plain beam drawing, floor drawings, water tank drawings, there are different structural drawings. You can send these drawings to the site for construction. Now, contractors team and site engineers will do the construction on the site on the basis of architectural drawings and structural drawings. As a structural engineer, you should know the basic concepts regarding the construction sequence, how they do the construction, shuttering, formwork, bar bending, and so on. So that basics are also covered. Once you know how to design the new structures, you can do the structural audit of old buildings. So in our course, we will cover some basic concepts regarding structural audit, stages of structural audit, and also some case studies of the projects. In structural audit, there are 3 stages. One is visual inspection, second is NDT test, and third is core test. So how to use this test for analysis, we will cover that in the course. Rebound hammer, ultrasonic, core test. And once you do the test, you can do the analysis of the structure again for the existing structures and check whether the members are okay or not. And if you find any problems in the member capacities, you can do the repairs and retrofitting on the basis of your structural engineering knowledge. So you can increase the capacity of columns, beams, slabs. Okay. Then BOQ and commercial part is also important for structural engineers. For tender documentation, BOQs are important. So generally we prepare the BOQ of our system. So it may be quantity of concrete, reinforcement, PCC, excavation. BOQ can be prepared using Excel or softwares like RCDC software. Okay, so that is also covered in the course. Other discipline knowledge is also important. See, we are dealing with structural engineering project, means there are many consultants involved in the project and we require some data from these people. For example, architects are giving you architectural drawings and we prepare the structural drawings on the basis of architectural drawings. So how to read the architectural drawings, how to use their data, how to decide the loads, live loads, how to decide the column locations as per the architectural drawings. So that is very important. So we are coordinating with the architects. So how to coordinate with them, how to study the drawings, that is covered in the course. Then we also need geotechnical reports from the geotechnical consultants, which are used for foundation design. So generally geotechnical reports are having safe bearing capacities, water table data, a level of the hard data, core log data, which are used for foundation design, deciding the level of the footings, and so on. There are many aspects which we can learn from the geotechnical reports. So that is also covered in the course. Also, we need to understand how to read the contour drawings, contour survey drawings, we can say. So these are used by architects, structural engineers, contractors. So how to study these drawings and how to use it for our project, that we can learn in the course. Then we will learn a lot of softwares in our training course, which are used for different purposes. For example, you will get the training on ETABS software from basic to advanced level, including practical projects of RCC buildings and high-rise buildings. So in this ETAB, you will also learn how to apply the earthquake load, wind loads, gravity load, live loads, how to prepare the models, and how to get the results like bending moment, shear forces, which are used for design. This training is also covered. These are the ETAB models of high-rise buildings, ETAB results of bending moments, ETAB results of mode shapes, which comes from the response spectrum analysis or dynamic analysis. That is also covered. We will also cover the software training on SAFE, which is used for foundation design, like isolated footing, combined footing, rough foundations. So this is also covered in the course. These are the SAFE models. STAAD Pro software is also covered. Generally, we use the STAAD Pro software for industrial projects, industrial shades, water tank analysis. It can be used for RCC buildings also. In our course, we will use the STAAD Pro software for industrial shades, analysis, design. So you will get the training on STAAD Pro, basic concepts, advanced concepts, and practical application on the projects. These are the water tank models, ESR models, underground tanks, rectangular shapes, circular shapes. So how to study, how to model the water tanks, how to apply the loads, water load, soil loads, and how to study the bending moments from the stress contours that you learn. RCDC software is also covered in the course, which is used for design of beam, column, slabs, and footings. In RCDC, generally what we do, we transfer the results of ETAB or STAAD Pro in the RCDC, and you can design these members. You can get the calculation report from the RCDC software as per IS codes. You can get the calculation reports. You can get the drawings also from the RCDC software, detailed drawings, reinforcement detailing, curtailment, hook length, and stirrups, and so on. You'll also get the bar bending schedule from the RCDC and quantity estimation from the RCDC. This is also very important software for structural engineers. You'll also get the training on AutoCAD software, where you learn how to prepare the drawings from basic level. Even though you don't know the AutoCAD, you can learn in our course. You'll also learn the engineering detailing part like this. Apart from other softwares, we will also cover how to design the members using Excel programs or spreadsheets. Okay, so you can design beams, columns, slabs, footings, water tanks, steel structures, and so on. In Excel program, we put the sizes of the members, grade of steel and reinforcement or concrete. You can put the assumed steel, the forces coming from the software analysis, and then check whether design is okay or not. Right? That is the use of Excel programs. Then we will also cover the Adobe professional software, which is generally used for the communication purpose. You can comment on the drawings, reports, BOQs, and so on. So you can, photographs also you can put these comments because these are required for communication purpose. And then we will cover different practical project application on the softwares in our course. Then you will get the overall experience. So basic concepts, softwares, and practical projects. Thus, in our high-rise building sector, we will cover these 5 projects: 5-story residential building, 20-story high-rise buildings, retaining walls, shear walls, basement raft. In industrial sector, we will cover industrial shed, analysis design, gantry girders, trusses, canopies, mezzanine floors, PB structures. And in water sector, we will cover underground tanks, fire tanks, overhead tanks, ESR clarifiers. So these are the types of projects: residential building, high-rise buildings. As per industry process, we will cover our training course. Industry process means the way we work in the industry for clients. Retaining walls, practical projects, analysis design drawings, shear walls, industrial shades, practical project you can analyze in the STAAD Pro. Base plate design, connection design, gantry girders design, crane girders design, different types of trusses which are used in industry. And portal beams, where you will learn how to design the I-section, channels, and angles. So there are different types of members and structural systems. So once you know different systems, how to analyze and design, then you can do any type of project. So that is the aim of our training course. Get the total knowledge. Nothing is missed here. And mezzanine floors, which are used in industrial projects, generally they are done in steel beams, columns, and deck floors with concrete. This design is also covered in the course. Entrance canopy design is covered in steel structures. Clarifiers, which are used in sewage treatment plants, how to analyze and design these structures. That is also covered. ESR is also covered. Water tanks, underground tanks, rectangular shapes, circular tanks, and overhead tanks on the building. So these are the types of projects which are covered in the course. Then and then you will get the total experience which is required to become successful structural engineer. So most of the things are really not covered in the education. So definitely it requires some industry experience, which we are trying to bridge up here. You will get all the knowledge which is required to become structural engineer. Now, that's why we are here. Learning Beyond will help you to get the knowledge and experience required in structural engineering career. And you can get that knowledge through our 6 months master's course, which is available online. So the training is online live. The trainers are there during the sessions. So you can ask the questions to them. You can get the training from the training experts. Okay, so let me summarize the industry course content. So what we are covering in our 6 months master's course. Whatever we discussed till now, that is covered, but let me summarize again. In softwares, we are covering these 7 softwares: AutoCAD, ETABS, SAFE, RCDC, Excel, STAAD Pro, and Adobe Professional. Every software is important software and its use is also different. Then only softwares are not sufficient. Therefore, we also cover the manual calculations of all the member designs. That will give you overall idea, concepts, understanding, so that you can use the softwares effectively. So manual calculations are also covered for all the members: RCC structures, steel structures, water sector. Engineering knowledge, see, definitely whenever we do project, only single knowledge is not important. We need to understand the overall aspects which are required for projects. You should know the basics of structural engineering, so that is also covered. Conceptual GA drawings, structural drawings, and concepts of analysis, design drawings, IS codes, construction basics, structural audits and retrofitting. Then BOQ, how to prepare the BOQ in Excel and RCDC software, that is covered. Other discipline knowledge is also covered, like architectural drawing study, geotechnical report study, contour drawing study. And we are covering this almost 17 practical projects which are used in different sectors. This is the total content of our training course. And definitely, if you have such a all-round knowledge, you'll get the confidence. Your CV will be very strong and nothing is missed here. Okay. And then definitely there are job opportunities for structural engineers all over the world. See, there are many people who are not having the jobs, candidates, and there are many companies who are not having the right candidates. So there is a gap between the, we can say, demand and supply, right? So that our course will help you to bridge up that gap. Okay, and then definitely you can get the jobs in MNCs, consultancy firms, building industry, industrial companies, STP and ETP related companies are also there. So you can apply this knowledge, you can get the jobs. You can also work as a freelancer or outsourcing work, part-time work you can also do on the basis of our structural engineering knowledge. And if you are interested in the business, you can start your business as a structural consultant or design build contractor. See, once you have the knowledge and experience, you can do anything. A lot of opportunities are there in the market. There are many companies who are hiring the structural engineers, local companies, MNCs, and industrial companies. Different brands are there who are requiring the structural engineers. Now, yes, regarding the course part, important, who can join this course? Definitely it is for all civil engineers, whether they are students, freshers, or job seekers, postgraduate engineers, ME, MTech, or PhD, site engineers who are working currently, but they want to shift their job from site to structural engineering, they can also join. Structural engineers who are working currently, but they want extra knowledge, they can join. Professors can join to get the practical knowledge, or MPSC, UPSC students who has appeared for the MPC exams, MPC, UPSC, but they are not getting the jobs in government, but they want to shift to private industry, they can join. Now let me summarize the benefits of the course again. 7 softwares are covered in the training, 3 structural engineering sectors are covered, more than 15 practical projects are also covered in the course. Training is given by industry experts online live. You will get the experience certificates, you will get the software training certificates at the end of the course. As this is online training course, live sessions, you can also get the recordings also on the next day of the session, which are available lifetime. You get the software installation support and resume preparation guidance. Our training course is almost more than 3 to 4 years of experience knowledge. If you ask any experienced structural engineers, you'll understand that whatever they are doing in the industry, this course is more than that. You'll also get the 100% placement assistance. So we will help you to get the jobs also. There are many students who have taken the training from us and now they are doing well in the industry, in high-rise building sector, industrial sector, water sector. Many have started their business also as a consultant. Many are working in other countries, Middle East, Dubai, Abu Dhabi, Australia, and other countries, UK also. Okay, so regarding the timings, the course will start on 1st of September and days, alternate days, 4 days a week, we can say. Timing is evening 7:30 to 9:30. Total duration 6 months. Please note the timing. Regarding any technical doubts, queries, you can ask anytime. There is no time limit for that. Only training is evening time so that it is suitable for students and working people also. Okay, regarding the course fees, I would say this is an investment for your structural engineering career. This is going to give you returns in the long run for your career. Okay, so whatever softwares we discussed, 7 softwares, all these 3 sectors, manual calculations, practical projects, we are giving you in 1 lakh rupees. And you can pay this in 4 installments also. So this is really, really worth investment for your career. Now, those people who are joining this webinar and joining our WhatsApp group, we are giving you mega discount offer today. So in the offer, you will get this total course in 75,000 rupees only. So you are going to get 25,000 rupees discount, early bird offer, we can say. Now this is really worth investment. And you are going to get a lot of benefits along with this offer. So you will get the REVIT structural software training free. Now there are total 8 softwares in the training. You'll get 6 months additional project support, 1 year experience certificate. Once you, let's say, after 6 months of course, you practice on the projects, you work with us on the assignments and projects, then we can give you 1 year experience certificate also. You can get the lifetime guidance for technical doubts and queries. So even after 6 months, anytime you get any doubts, we will be there to support you. You'll get the payment installment facility also. Study material, you will get a lot of study material. So recorded videos of all online sessions. If you miss any session, you can see the videos. And if you forget some knowledge, you can rewind the videos and see it again. You'll get the recorded videos of basics of structural engineering. See, many times people forget the engineering basics like bending moment, shear force, loads, load path, reactions, and so on. So that is covered in the recording format. So apart from all online sessions, there are recordings also available for other knowledge. You'll also get the access to the live technical workshops free. Apart from this training, if we do any training course, rather training workshop, we will invite you freely. You'll get the recorded videos of other discipline knowledge. You'll get all Excel programs which are available with us. Then you'll get structural drawings, PPTs, books, notes, and practical project case studies. So a lot of benefits are there. Okay, so regarding the payment installment schedule, total 75,000 rupees you can pay in 4 installments, 5,000 booking amount, 15,000 till 20th of August advance, 20,000 after 1 month, that is October, 20,000 after 2 months, November, and 15,000 after 3 months, December. So this is the payment schedule. Please note, all of you. Okay, so I request all the people to take the admission by paying rupees 5,000 and book the seats.